In this video we will see how we can export from 3ds Max and import into Unreal Engine 5. Now if you are interested in 3ds Max, you can find a video course in our channel, and also if you're interested in Unreal Engine 5, you will find a video course dedicated to Unreal Engine 5. Now we need to have 3ds Max and Unreal Engine 5 installed to do this process, of course, but we also need a third element, which is the Datasmith exporter. This is a plugin that we need to install in the software that we want to use. In this case will be 3ds Max. So if you scroll down in the page here of the Datasmith plugins, you will find 3ds Max exporter, but also, and this is the 5.0 for Unreal Engine 5, but also you will find it for other software like SketchUp and Revit. You also will find it for Rhino and other 3D software. So just look for the one that you need. In our case, we need the exporter for 3ds Max, and you will save it wherever you want. You can save it in any folder in your computer. So just click and download it. You see also here for Rhino and for other software is the same process, more or less. You just need to download it and then install it. So let's go back here to 3ds Max. Now this is a scene from the 3ds Max video course, but I'm gonna use a simpler scene. And actually we need to close 3ds Max before we can run the plugin installer. So we close 3ds Max, we go forward here. You can see it automatically detects the version of 3ds Max. I'm gonna press next, next, next. Go through the wizard. Install plugin is gonna take really a few seconds because it's really small. It's not big at all. So I'm gonna finish the installation, and then now I need to restart 3ds Max. And now I'm gonna open up again a scene from the 3ds Max video course. I'm gonna try with something simple. And you can see here I have some scene made with Corona for 3ds Max and also V-Ray for 3ds Max, but I'm gonna go for something standard. So I'm gonna use the standard lights like Arnold lights and not V-Ray light or Corona light. So this is a really complex scene. It contains animation, people moving around, and lights, materials, geometries. Now, not everything can be exported, but the first thing I would do is I will select everything, go to File, and you can see here, just go to Export. And you can also try with the FBX format. So one option is the FBX, and we did other videos and lessons in Unreal Engine 5 showing how you can import FBX files. So this is one option that will work. And again, if you are interested in this option, just go and see in the Unreal Engine video course. So I'm just creating a new folder here, and I will call it export. And I will type here the name of the file that I want to export. So I'm gonna use the this name. So this way I can export FBX, which is pretty similar to Datasmith, but I think that Datasmith works a little bit better. But you can also try this other option and set up everything you want here in this tab if you want to export camera slides, animation, and so on. So this is also gonna work. And you can see that down there, that's the exporting process. And also it's gonna give you these warnings and errors for things that cannot be exported in FBX format and everything that will not go fine. Now another way is gonna be with the Datasmith. So go back into the scene, and well, let's say that I want to export only one object in this case. So I will select that chair, go to File, and go to Export. And in this case, I want to export just the selected object. So I'm gonna type the chair and save it, and that's it. That's the thing that I will do. Now be careful actually, because I think I have exported again the whole scene. So when you export, be careful to do export selected, not export, because that's gonna export only the thing that you have selected. So I'm gonna just overwrite this export, and now that's fine. And again, you will find in the channel video course or about Unreal where you can see how to import FBX. Now I'm gonna export again, the same process, but this time I'm gonna look for the Datasmith version and the Datasmith plugin. Now it worked because I can export in Datasmith, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. So I'm gonna try to export the entire scene of this little architecture here, and you can see now it's pretty simple. I'm just gonna decide if I want to export the visible object or selections, and if I want to uh, export the animation, and if I want to export the whole animation. And so now I'm exporting everything here, and it's also here giving me some warnings and messages about what can be exported, what not, what could give issues or not. Now remember that you always need to adjust and fix things in Unreal Engine 5, and this is covered in the Unreal Engine video course. Again, I'm gonna export now the single chair just to make a couple of examples. And again, I'm gonna use Datasmith and save it. So this time I'm gonna use the selection option, and doesn't matter the animation because I don't have any animation on that chair. And that's gonna be it. Again, output warnings. Always give a look there. Now to make sure that everything goes fine, just convert everything to editable mesh or editable poly, just to make sure that you will not get issues in Unreal Engine 5, and that's it. So let's switch to the Unreal Engine, and I'm gonna use a scene that I already have prepared in the Unreal Engine 5 video course. So this is a third-person scene, so this you can do the same thing starting from the third-person scene sample. Now this just will be a little bit more populated because it's not the standard scene that you will find, but you can do that. And if you have issues, if you have some questions or you need assistance, you can write in the comments. Now you can see this is a scene in Unreal Engine with a lot of stuff here, animation and also interaction. And if I press play, I can run a simulation, and this is my third person right there. So if I just move around, you can see I can actually render in real time, and this is an interactive light turning on and off. Everything in the Unreal Engine 5 video course has been covered. So I'm gonna go to Edit, Plugins, and make sure that the Datasmith plugin has turned on. You can see you have many different Datasmith importer for Cinema 4D in this case up there, or CAD, or you have GLTF, IFC file, and in our case we need to make sure that Datasmith importer is turned on. You also have a Twinmotion importer there if you want to work with Twinmotion, and also Twinmotion uses Datasmith, so you can use Datasmith files also in Twinmotion, and we're gonna talk about Twinmotion in another course. So make sure that the correct Datasmith plugin is activated, and then go back here. I'm gonna also increase the camera speed a little bit because I'm going too slow, and also want to turn off the post-process volume to see a little bit better and without post-production effects. And okay, we are ready, so let's just go to adding some more assets up there. So I'm gonna quickly add here and go directly into Datasmith. But if you have standard or other types of format, you can find it there. Now you can do direct links, so it means that you can work directly in 3ds Max and update in real time in Unreal Engine, but I'm gonna do a file import here, simple file import. So I'm gonna navigate into the folder where I have exported my files, and so export folder, and I'm gonna start with the single chair. So I'm gonna go for the chair, Datasmith format, Datasmith file, open up. And let's see what's gonna happen here. Well, actually I need to define a folder also in the content browser. So I'm gonna right click and create a new folder and call this 3ds to Unreal. Okay, and I'm gonna store geometry, materials, whatever it comes from the Datasmith here. So I'm gonna import, and this will be really fast because it's a single object, but you can find it there in the outliner. But everything turns black because it's using here apparently you can see there, I can edit that group. If I turn that off, it's gonna look fine. So something in this group it's causing this issue, and it's this one here, is the global exposure. Perhaps it's kind of a override that is not working properly at the moment, so I'm gonna just turn that off, and that's my chair there in the middle. So I have all these different things that are imported when you use Datasmith, not just a single object like with the FBX. So with the FBX you would find all the chair. With the Datasmith you will find a series of elements, but you can also delete everything. Just go there in the content browser and go into the folder. You will find geometries, materials, and in geometries you will find your object with the material already assigned. Now of course you can always go back and fix it in Unreal Engine. You can fix the dimensions, you can fix the material. You can see also the pivot, it's not centered in the object, so you can fix that too. You can scale, rotate, move, do whatever you want. And again, everything is explained in the video course dedicated to Unreal Engine 5. Now everything will be brought in the middle there of the scene, so you can always delete what you don't need. These are, I think these are like materials as lights and things like that could be imported, and you will find it there in the origin. Now let's go and try with the more complex scene. So I'm gonna do the file import again, Datasmith, and gonna select the entire scene. And this one here, architecture from 3ds. So let's try and open it. Same process, select the folder. I already have the folder, so choose what you want to import: geometry, lights, cameras. You can also, if you want, generate UVs for the light maps. And if you don't know what all this stuff is, you can check the video guides on the lessons dedicated to that. Just search for that in the channel. Just type the topic that you want to and search it in the channel. You will find something. Otherwise, just write your question in the comments. Now I just need to wait a little bit more because this is a bigger scene containing a lot of objects and a lot of lights and things like that. And there it is. So everything turned black again. So I'm gonna look for the file into the outliner, the element there, and you can see it contains a lot of R-node lights, which I don't think they're properly detected and converted. So we need to fix all of those lights into Unreal Engine lights. And then we have many different objects here contained into the scene. We have cameras. And I'm just scrolling down here to find the exposure element. I'm gonna turn that off, and there it is. So this is my architecture that I have exported from 3ds Max. And you can see that we can also see the materials are applied. Not every material, some material is missing, probably because it's not supported. for some reason, so I need to fix it here in Unreal Engine 5. I think metals are not supported, but no worry, it's pretty simple to fix things in Unreal Engine 5. And we can see also it imported some populate people there from 3ds Max. They are not the best quality. You can find better models on the web or also in Unreal Engine 5 libraries, online marketplace. But that's good because I can see here there is a lot of stuff have been imported. So this is really important. So this will be all for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel. If you want to give us just a little support, you can join the channel as a supporter. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.